Hi, hello. We're going to start here in France, and the left-leaning press is lashing out against the government for deciding to drop plans to update family law this year.
That's right. This started yesterday, and it's in full swing today. A lot of the left-leaning press is really angry at the government for caving into pressure. And you can see here the front page of Libération that says, "Why did Hollande bow down like a scared puppy?" And you can see a photo of a very bashful-looking Hollande there. Now, the government was supposed to start discussing this bill in April, and it was supposed to include very controversial measures, including medically assisted procreation. It's known as PMA here in France for lesbian couples. But as you can read in the editorial of Libération today, conservative groups staged demonstrations against these very controversial measures, saying they went against traditional family values. And Libération points out it worked. Because of these demonstrations, the government has backed down without even putting up a fight. And Libération says that once again, the government is coming back on its word, which, well, devalues the government's word. L'Humanité, the communist paper, is also joining in on this Hollande bashing. They call him the shame of the family. And once again, they're a very bashful-looking Hollande.
It certainly is. All right, and a lot of focus in the French press on the situation in the Central African Republic as well.
That's right. Le Parisien has an exclusive interview with the French ambassador to the Central African Republic, Charles Malinas. Now, he says that little by little things are starting up again in Bangui. The atmosphere is more peaceful, even though the risk of clashes between Muslims and Christians is still very real.
All right, and in the international press, there's a lot of focus, of course, on those Winter Olympic Games.
That's right. The International New York Times says that for the first time, the Olympics are going to be held on the edge of a war zone, one of the longest running in the world. And you can read here that it says that the Sochi Games have put the focus on Russia's crackdown in the Caucasus. Now, the Moscow Times, meanwhile, focuses on Russia's only opposition-oriented television channel, Dost. Now, Tuesday, it announced that large cable providers had decided to drop it, and this could lead to its closure. And the channel says this is part of a Kremlin-driven campaign to get rid of it. And on a lighter note, though, a lot of journalists are already arriving in Sochi, and in the Washington Post, you can follow their live tweeting about their hotel experiences, which, according to the Washington Post, are hilarious and gross. I pulled one out for you. This is one by Harry Ricky from CNN, and you can see there the toilet in his hotel room, and he's not allowed to put toilet paper in the toilet. So a lot of other fun tweets like this from journalists in the Washington Post.
Oh dear, it doesn't bode well, does it?
It's a hard work to do.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks very much for that, Florence Villamino.